All right, guys. So we're going to kind of go through this. We're going to talk about it. First and foremost, I wanted to welcome you all here. I will never claim to be the expert at Google. However, I've built a pretty robust platform. And for you guys, I kind of want to walk you through what I've done. Now, there's also a PDF that goes along with this. So whoever invited you to the webinar, make sure you reach out to them and they can get a copy of that for you. I know you registered, but I'm sure you were invited by either a loan officer or someone else that works directly with you. And so we want to make sure that you get what you need out of this. Also, should you have any questions along the way, don't be afraid to drop them in the chat. Okay. All right. So for you that do know me or don't know me, I'm Jimmy Hobson. I am a branch manager here at UMortgage. I am based out of the great state of Utah. I'm just north of Salt Lake City. Where I have excelled here is that I have about 205 five-star Google reviews. So I've been doing it a minute, right? So let's talk about why Google My Business is important to your business. Now, they're changing kind of the way they call this and what they call it, but they're changing it. So the most important thing is they want to list your business on Google Maps, okay? Obviously, you want to build credibility with reviews. You want to be added to the local search results. You want increased discoverability. So when someone Googles mortgage lender near me or real estate agent near me, you get that, and then display important information like the times you're open and all those other fun things. I find that it's not as much that I get a lot of calls off Google per se, but what it does is when someone Googles me after they look me up and get referred to me, that's where the validity lies in my world. So it's always been a big win to do that for me. So the advantages of Google My Business for you guys. And again, don't be afraid to ask questions. The advantage is 100% free. Just like Facebook, just like Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, whatever else you're using, this is 100% free. Everyone uses Google, right? You have instantly accessible to potential clients. Apparently, I don't know how to spell. Instead of instantly, it's instantly accessible. All information listed for your business is clickable. You control it. So you can go have a Calendly link. You can have, they can call you directly from there. They can do all those things. You can have a web link where they drive to your website. Obviously, your clients and partners can read and write reviews, and you get increased online exposure. So that is the most important thing about Google. Outside of that, number one is the most important. It's 100% free. If you're not doing it, I don't know why. Now, sometimes it's hard to find a place to do this from. I recommend, like, for example, a bunch of my people are using my office space. And so what we'll do is we're Suite 2, and I'll have someone be Suite 2A, Suite 2B, Suite 2C, 2D, and so on and so forth. I've seen multiple people be attached to one address, but sometimes Google gets a little squirrely. So keep that in mind, okay? How to set it up. So pretty simple. Google.com/business. Now, if you do that, obviously, Google My Business, you can create this, you sign in, you follow the on-screen steps with as much details as possible about your business. Then you verify your business, then you optimize your page, okay? So we're gonna talk about this and go through it for each step of the process. Again, keep in mind, at the end, there's a PDF version of this. So we're gonna run through this pretty quickly, but there's a PDF version. Should you have questions, reach out to, again, who invited you here. Or if you work at UMortgage, obviously we can get that for you as well. The marketing team has it, but we can get that to you guys so that you can do it yourselves. You may as well do it for free. You'd be amazed at how many people you can get off of this, okay? Google Local Pack, what is it? So here's a Google Local Pack, right? It's normally the three things that pop up to the top, so businesses. So if you look at these different businesses here on the map, right? This realtor happens to be someone I've done transactions with, JC Korn. You have different real estate companies, they show up. Hobson Real Estate Agents, obviously that's not real, but that exists. Kyle Kohler Realty, also not real because we're brokers and on the mortgage side. But this kind of gives you an idea when someone Googles real estate agents near me, right? So keep that thing in mind when you're building this out. So when you optimize your Google My Business page, number one, you want to fill out as much information as possible. Hours that you're open, services you provide, all those things. You also want to encourage clients to leave reviews and engage with them as well. And include keywords related to your business in the description. Real estate, mortgages, property management if you do that, those type of things. This is applicable to every single business. We're just talking about it in our world right now. which is obviously what we do. So looks like someone asked a question. Let me look real quick and take an answer. Look at this. So, all right. Okay, so someone says, I'm going to answer the question, but they said their business profile was suspended during the process because it was an ineligible business. I'm guessing because of an independent contractor MLO and do my work online. They want to base around, so you've got to have a physical address, Samantha, to answer your question. So, I mean, I used my home address. I don't know if that's necessarily the smart thing to do. I do know that you cannot use like a UPS address. You're going to need a physical address to do that, because without being online, there's no way to track where you're at location wise, you know, because you can put, you know, you can include in your profile throughout the state, but you don't know. So, you know, of where you get there, unfortunately. So, all right, Google My Business Insights. So if you look at these, obviously, once you go into Google My Business, you can see the insights and see how the insights are pulled, right? So that's one thing to look at real quick. So when you're doing this, once you get it set up, there's all kinds of insights. And when we get to the end, we can talk a little bit more. If you guys want to, you can Google Jimmy Hobson Mortgage Broker, and you can see how I built out my page, okay? Is it perfect? No. Does it do a good job? Yes. I get calls off Google all the time. A lot of times there are people just shopping for the lowest rate possible, but at least starts a conversation and gives me visibility to other people, okay? Wow, they did that super short. Okay, and so I'm gonna pop mine in here real quick, because that's not exactly what I wanted it to be. So, all right, we're gonna go through here and pop this a little further down. All right, so here we go. So that was super short. So we're gonna go through the most important things. So why is it part of your business? Listed on the maps, you're gonna be added to local search results, you're gonna display important information, hours, contact, website, etc. Obviously, we talked about discoverability, and you want to build credibility with reviews. So those are the biggest things that we want to do, right? Free, again, we talked about. Increased online exposure. We've already talked about a bunch of these. Let's kind of go through. Here's a better view of the local pack, right? So they've given kind of an overview here of a certain spot, you know, where these guys are at. This is what pops up in a local pack, normally 3 businesses, right? So to answer the question about the Google My Business app, yes, it's an app that's on your phone, but now they give you the ability to do Google search or Google Maps. So I would download it and do it from there, Alex, and that should get you what you want, right? And if not, we can kind of show it after. So again, as much information as possible, encourage reviews, you want to get as much. So, man, what is going on with my thing? They like literally killed my file here. So it's corrupted. So give me a second, let me pull it up. All right. All right. We're going to go through this the right way. So I apologize. This got a little screwed, like it got chopped up or something. So okay. So see if I can get it back over there. Oh, I'm just going to go through it this way because my screen is causing all sorts of issues with this. So the what and why and all those fun things. So let's talk about it. So Google search maps. Can you guys see this okay, by the way? Yeah, perfect. All right, perfect. So you show them the Google search. Let's talk through this. I don't know why my computer's being so fickle, but let's talk about the most important parts, how to set it up, right? Okay. Okay. All right, set up account. Google.com business, click manage now. Okay. So once you manage it now, you can get there. Okay. You get to that, you add your business to Google. So you find your business. If it doesn't exist, you add it to there. Okay. Simple deal, right? You add a location. Do you want to add a location customers can visit, like a store and office? Yes, if you have a storefront. No, if you don't. Keep in mind, for 2 years during COVID, I ran this from my house. I put my house as my address. Now, for you ladies out there, I probably wouldn't do that. But, you know, I'm not worried. You know, if they come to my house, I'm kind of scary to most people. So I'm sure we're going to be okay, right? Where do you serve your customers? So what I'll do is I'll add my basic area. My office is in Bountiful. Utah, just north of Salt Lake, but I'll add the surrounding region like Salt Lake City and a lot of the cities around me, Ogden, Provo, places like that. So I get a little more search breadth. Someone asked about artificial intelligence and what that's going to bring. What it's going to essentially bring is a little better back-end algorithm from Google. They haven't really announced what's going to happen, but AI is going to allow people to search a little more dynamically. Obviously, you need to have a presence first, and that'll help. It's really more, AI is really more designed towards SEO and websites, but it will get you there if you need it to get you there, okay? So what's the address? So you enter your office address. I'm 485 North, 500 West, Bountiful, Utah, 84010. Believe it or not, I'm technically West Bountiful, Utah, but USPS and half the utilities recognize me as Bountiful, so that's what we're going to be because it's better for me on the Google search, right? Bountiful's a bigger city than West Bountiful, okay? Enter your business category. So real estate consultant, if that works, you've got that, obviously. Mortgage broker, mortgage lender, property manager, they're going to give you some different categories. You might jazz it up a tiny bit once you do that. Your contact details, just like I preach all the time when I do Facebook training. You need to have your phone number in your bio. In fact, if you were smart as an agent or a lender, you would create a header that included your phone number, email in the header. Because how many times I go and search for a real estate agent's contact info and can't find it? Because now all of a sudden everybody's a digital creator according to Facebook. You need to be visible. This is why this exists, because you can be visible so they can Google you. Put your website in if you have one. If you got a website with a lead trap and an IDX feed, make sure it's there, okay? You can get a free website. A lot of times you get them from the brokerage. Real Geeks has stuff like that. A bunch of others, Boomtown. All those guys offer some sort of stuff, out there. So make sure you put that in there, of course. You want to finish and verify your business listing. So back up to the contact details. There's a similar place where you can put a Calendly link where they can schedule a time to talk to you. If you go look at mine, you'll see that. And you'll see where they drop that in. So you literally can go right onto my calendar and schedule a time to talk to me. Or you can call me directly from the app, which is kind of cool. So finish and verify your listing. So they've changed some of these things around a little bit. All right, is my screen frozen? I got a message that says my screen is frozen, unless it's their screen. Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. So my understanding is traditionally, like when I did mine here, they sent me a postcard, but I've heard they're verifying it differently. So Google can't really make up their mind, but I got a validation code on a postcard. They may be doing it a little differently, but that's how I did mine when I moved into this new office 4 or 5 months ago. So that's kind of the standard, but with everything changing and how they can literally, how the NSA is tracking everything. I joke about that, by the way, but it's funny when you talk on your phone and you talk about a product mixing, for 3 days it's in front of you. Clearly, someone's listening to us, right? Whether it be Alexa or whoever it may be. But that's how you normally do. They'll send you a postcard, you verify, and then you've got your listing, right? Once you get to that point, check your mail, of course. That's simple. So how to optimize it? All right, here we go. Profile. Choose a photo, right? If you look at mine, I've got photos of closings. I've got photos of my car that I put up there not too long ago with my personalized plate, because I focus on VA lending. Mine's VA LNDR in that beautiful green color of my Audi. So that works. You can put videos up there. You can do a cover photo. You can put your products, like everything else. You wanna do this. I use a program as an originator called Originator Success that actually posts on this for me, as well as what I post myself. It's how I track my Google reviews. But Google also has short links where you can literally send a short link out, and it'll show us here in a minute how to do that. And then just get reviews. And I'll text buyers after the fact, say, hey, you mind leaving me a review? I mean, that's validity. If someone can go and read 50 or 100 reviews about you from people that actually have done business with you, you're great. You can't fake 100 Google reviews. It's just not possible. They're too smart. Like if you all of a sudden crowdsource your friends to go do reviews for you, they're going to shut you down. And a lot of times, if they get too many reviews at once, they will stop them. So just know that. There are some ways around that. But yes, Meredith, this is recorded. So, and again, we'll have the PDF. So make sure whoever helped with this, you get with them and they'll get it to you. So, okay. All right. So optimize your profile. So add office photos. That's important. So if you look at this, they've got the address, they've got the phone number. if you manage the listing, you can edit. They've got 5 Google reviews. They're 3.6. Not sure I would go shopping there. 3.6 is not really that great, but only 5 reviews. I would work on getting 5 more reviews to get rid of that bad one, because clearly there's 1 or a 0 star or whatever that's crushing that. But office photos are important, of course. Post new photos and videos regularly. You don't have to do it all the time, but regularly. This works like social media. The more stuff that you get in front of people, the better. If you have activities or holidays or different things coming, you can do that. Like we have an open house, we can post our open house that's coming. Different things like that to optimize the profile. It's very, very important that you stay in front of it, like all social. You can't just post to Facebook once every 2 weeks or this and think it's going to work. The key to Google My Business or Google search for you is going to be reviews more than anything else. So make sure you focus on that, okay? Your business description, write a business description. What makes you unique? Well, hi guys, I'm Jimmy. I love loans. I love helping people buy homes. My focus is on VA lending. It is really paramount to everything I try to do every single day. And we go from there. So that's pretty simple. Google displays first 250 words. So we've got that, and you can put that in, and as you build this, you'll see, right? Okay, you can do 750 words, but they only show 250. So optimize your profile, ask for reviews. Reviews are everything. Again, can't emphasize enough how much reviews matter. If anyone in here has a Google page, when you want people to go and read good things about you. You can't buy some of the free advertisement you're getting from these people, right? Okay. Optimize your profile, enable messaging. I actually get messages through mine. I've actually gotten messages through it. So you can do that. It depends on how much you get inundated by applications. I don't know, with a profile of 5 or 10 reviews, you're going to get a ton of messages. If you're a big company, you may get a ton. So be wary of that. But I don't get a lot, and I've got a lot of reviews. So normally people are just going to call you or email you from them. Okay. Set up auto reply to message, makes their life easier. Hey, I apologize, I missed you. I'll get back to you in the next 24 hours. In the meantime, feel free to text me at this number. Simple deal, right? Makes life easier. Google 3-pack we talked about, right? The 3-pack is very simple. Real estate agents, there's 3 of them that show up down below the map, okay? That's where you want to ideally get. On mobile, it looks like this, okay? How to rank in the Google 3-pack. All right, here we go, relevance. So if you are a realtor in Sandy, Utah, but your office is in Bountiful, that's not really relevant, right? Distance, obviously, is huge. And then prominence. The more reviews you get from prominence, the better it is for you. So you want to be relevant, realtor, let's say realtor, Bountiful, Utah, that's relevance if you're searching in Bountiful. If they're in Bountiful, Woods Cross, West Bountiful, North Salt Lake, in my area, distance is close, you're within 5 miles, there you go, and prominence. The more reviews you get, the better it is for you, okay? So keep those things in mind when you're doing this, building it out. Again, reviews are the key to everything, okay? Relevance. Complete your listing, add your profile images, confirm your verified status, and submit posts, questions, and answers. So you can put Q&A on there, you can answer questions for people, you can share your knowledge, you can do videos, you can do all kinds of things on Google Business that people don't realize. Again, it's free. When you get to sites like Yelp where people search, Yelp will make you pay to be on their search platform. And then if they don't like the review, whether it's a real review or not, they'll bury it. And then they'll call you up and ask you to pay for it. And so I suggest avoiding them because it's terrible. This is free and better, frankly. So if you get legitimate reviews, you're going to win here. Okay. Prominence, critical. The only thing that matters is reviews. Keep adding reviews. Stay current with your content. So just like any other platform you work on, consider this just like social media. Stay in front of it, get reviews, add content. Share your wins, share your closings, right? Share your events, share your knowledge, different things like that. If there's something going on where you're offering a good deal, do those things, okay? All right, show cups when you're listening. When someone gives you a review, reply to that review. Very simple. I reply to every review. Very, very important, okay? Enable a Google map on your website. So if you've got a customized website, obviously you can get the HTML. A lot of these websites will be able to build that in and then go right to the map and find you on a website, okay? Basically most businesses place a map on the contact page of their site. It's just another way of telling Google your business is located where your listing says it is. So I don't have a custom website. We're based off our corporate site, so I don't do this. But for you guys that have individual sites or different, more customizable sites, something in WordPress, whatever, it may make sense to add this on. Any good web developer can do this. And frankly, a lot of you can do it yourself. It doesn't take a great skill set. I'm not teaching that class today though, so no need to talk any further about that. So, all right, so there you go. So these are all social media, whether it be, you know, Instagram or Google or Pinterest or Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, all those things. Building a strong presence on social media gets you everything. So if you Google me, you'll see the first page of all kinds of listings of different platforms that I'm on, like LinkedIn and Facebook. You know, obviously YouTube, I've got a channel. Of course, Instagram, you know, and then, you know, for you guys that are on Zillow, of course, realtor.com, Facebook, you know, Yelp. I don't love Yelp again because I think Yelp algorithm is designed to make you pay a bunch of money. But nonetheless, it's important to have a social presence everywhere. So I can't recommend that enough. Okay, quarterly review drawing. If you need more reviews, one of our LOs here, after they close, we'll go at the end of the month and go back to other people and say, hey guys, you know, we appreciate the business, you know, your business. We would love if you would do a review. If you don't mind, everyone that submits a review in the next 30 days, we're going to do a drawing for whatever that looks like, right? They're going to give away something. Trying to get reviews that are legitimate reviews. Some people just run out of time or they don't want to do it. But just know that that's a good way to get reviews. It's just kind of the legitimate reviews to have a drawing, right? If you're a realtor, review your lender. If you're a lender, review your realtors. If they've done a great job and crushed it, you know, take care of them. That's a big deal. Okay. Obviously, look at this. So this kind of gives you, where else does he have on his profile? You know, sourcefacebook.com. So he's posted something that's an event on both the drive people to Facebook. You can see that. So it's taking them from Google to Facebook. So that's a win because it basically is taken from one platform to the other. It helps the algorithm of both. Okay. Obviously, he's all over the place. This is his little gathering. He's hitting all three areas. So he's got relevant content. He's obviously local. And of course, he's got over 100 reviews. So, you know, you're seeing the notes at the bottom, so you can see that. But that's really kind of where the magic is he's got reviews, he is local, and it's definitely relevant to what he's doing for work. If all of a sudden he started advertising legal things, it wouldn't make sense as a realtor. So, you know, keep those things in mind when you build it. So the insights, how do you know you're getting traction? So look at this. So if you click on insights on your page, you can see where the insights lie, okay? So, and what I'll do is when we get closer to the end here, I'll pull up mine and try to dig into the back of it and show you guys. I'll take this off and then I'll share my screen with my listing. So, okay. So this insights, obviously it's an analytics tool. It'll walk you through where you're getting it, total actions, total views, all those kind of things, total searches, all that exists within this platform. Okay. You know, 2,500 views, 1,800 searches, 3K activity, you know, just kind of showing what their page has done, right? Insights is over here on the left, and I'll show you this when I'll pull it up. It's pretty simple. Google My Business is not rocket science. Getting reviews takes a little work, but it's very, very important to do it. So, you know, support.com, Google gets there. So, yeah, someone asked me this question earlier, Nicole. That's a great question. What I would do is reach out. If you've got those screenshots, I would reach out to Google directly. You can go through the page and do that. So let me do this real quick. So I'm going to minimize this real fast. I'm going to escape that, close that. Okay, so let's see if I can get in there real quick and show you guys. All right, can you guys see this okay? Perfect. Okay, so here's my Google My Listing, obviously. So I had 204, now I have 203. Google's weird, not gonna lie to you, right? So there's my listing here. So I'm gonna go kind of dig into my listing a little bit and show you. So I took this picture, obviously, of my car, so on and so forth. But if you look here, you can see I've got the Google reviews that I manage this profile, online appointments, online services, so I can do all those things, right? Phone number, obviously hours. One thing I do, to be honest with you, is I show I'm open 7 days a week, because at the end of the day, my phone's with me, you know, and most people don't like to bother you on the weekend anyway, but I am always available in case they decide to. So back to your question again, Nicole, I would definitely talk to them. So if you go, let's go edit business information. Let's see if we can get in there and kind of show you. So with the business information, you've got my about stuff here, right? If we can see that well, there's where I'm showing up on the map. My service area is all these cities around me, my hours, so on and so forth. And then more from the business. I don't identify as any of these things, so I don't have any of these things. I do have accessibility. You know, we do what we do here. Appointment required, offers online appointments, online services. All of those things exist. So it's just kind of a way to build it up. Let's see if I can actually log into the back of this. And so we edit my profile here. No, that's not what I wanted. Let me get there and change it. But if you do search, going back to search, I'll look at the business information real quick. You can see all these things that pull up for me, right? All these things from my Google reviews, scrolling down. I used to work at Utah Mortgage. I probably got 40 reviews on that site that didn't come over, obviously, because I worked there instead of here. And so we're able to find all these different things for me, which is important. You can get directions here. You can get the website here. You can call me directly from here. Obviously, Calendly, like we talked about. You can enter profiles. You can read the reviews. So you can edit services. So I'll look at my services real quick. So current services, right? These are the things I do: reverse mortgage, VA home loans, home purchasing assistance, all these things, right? So there's that for services. Bookings and calls, this is where you can go. So here's my performance to give you perspective overview. So 387 business profile interactions, okay? So I've had 1566 people view my profile. 51% came from Google search and on desktop, 39 from search on mobile. So that kind of shows you how they're getting to me, Google Maps, all that fun stuff. People, this goes to show you when I'm referred, that's how many people search for me, just by me, by my name. So this goes to show you that if you have a good profile, when they see your stuff, they'll search you and then go from there. So, all right, how to add the Calendly link? Let me get there real quick. So I think it's under edit services. No, that's not it. I haven't modified that in a minute, so bear with me real quick. Content. You know, you would think I would know that. So, but I just did it. So bookings probably. So yep, there you go, under bookings. So Calendly right there. So if you go up here under your business on Google, bookings, calls, phone number, Q&A. You know, I haven't actually put any Q&A in, but now that I've reminded myself of that, I'm going to write myself a note as we speak and do Google Q&A. Q&A. Start asking myself questions, right? And get them moving. So that's important. All right. So again, this is short and to the point. It's just to emphasize how much Google matters. So I've built this up over time. I've done a good job, and I don't do a good enough job. So I'm not going to lie, I could be better, right? So I would suggest starting out, and then the biggest thing is ask for reviews. So if you ask for reviews right here, you click on that, it gives you a link to be able to send to people to ask for reviews. Very simple, right? So if we do that, we click on the link, we search for the link, leave a review. This is what it looks like. It automatically populates, and bam, right to the review. Jimmy is the best ever. I will never do another loan elsewhere. I mean, whatever, right? Just kidding. But the whole point is that's what you do. So it'll populate and it'll pop up. It'll show your map where you're at. So, and then you get dialed in. So if you look down here, when we were talking about, this is just showing the stuff that's local to me. Jimmy Hobson Mortgage Broker. So I'm right here on the busiest road right off the highway. So That is how we get to reviews. And there, Q&A, advertisement, all that fun stuff. So, you know what, Jonas, that is a question that I don't know the answer to. I would imagine you could do it because I'm sure there's KW offices and Century 21 and big real estate teams that can do this. I would actually, believe it or not, I would Google how to do that because Google is going to give you the best path. But I would think that you can get there and do all of those things that way. And I think that's a ton of value that I haven't thought of. But I mean, I only run an office here, but I think if I ran one in Salt Lake, I would definitely change it. I mean, I advertise under myself right now, but we will build a UMortgage West presence as well because I'm powered by UMortgage. For me to change over to just directly UMortgage, it could have messed up my reviews, so I didn't want to mess with it. But it does clearly show that I'm part of UMortgage, so that's why I did it the way I did it. Got it. Yep. Read the question and the answer. So Jonas asked, he's heard it's possible to set up multiple office locations to have a greater presence and come up with more search results. So that's what I was referring to. Joseph Reeves asked, how do you add the Calendly link? Yes. So I'll read those questions, David. Thank you for letting me know that. Sometimes I see it and don't realize you don't see it. You know what I mean? So, but that's really kind of the whole story in a nutshell. You know, and just kind of from there, what other questions do you guys have? All right, best practice. So Brian Cardi is going over best practices to get reviews, when to ask, how, etc. So I use a program called Originator Success, which asks for reviews after I close a loan. However, to be honest with you, I think you want to stay top of mind. So if someone's closed and they love you, I'll congratulate people and it's amazing. Then I will send them out a review link via text message. Say, hey guys, do you mind, you know, if you are very happy with how we did this, do you mind leaving me a review? That would be amazing if you would, you know, and then go from there. So that's normally how I do it. I think a lot of people do it differently, Brian. One thing I know we talked about for us is when the initial NPS rating goes out to the borrower, about having our own individual Google review links go out as well. Some people don't like that. Some do. I would prefer to go that way. But we're working on different alternatives to do that. But normally when it's fresh in their mind, you want to get a review in front of them, right? So my program does it and it'll get it to Facebook and Google. But sometimes I'll just send it out and say, hey, you guys mind leaving a review? And they'll pop it in on Google just off of that link that I showed you guys. So. Originator Success. It's Hammer Helmer's program, David. The program I use is Originator Success, Hammer Helmer. Hammer's one of the guys that does the rate updates every morning on Facebook. If you've watched him, Hammer does a great job. And it's a pretty slick program. I like it on the lending side because it does send out rate updates to all of our realtor partners. For those folks that are realtors here, it's a weekly rate update that gets sent out Monday, just kind of tracking what last week did, what this week is intended to do based on what's coming in the markets. So that's what I use, but that's not to say that that's what you should use. There's all kinds of programs out there. My issue with some things like Trustpilot and different third-party review services is if you stop using them, they go away. These are my reviews. These will never go away. No one controls this but me. So that's a big thing about Google is you want to be in control of your reviews. My suggestion is if you work for a company, unless you're an owner, you should have your own review site. Like you may love KW and think it's the greatest real estate company in the world. You may be right, but what happens if one day you don't love them anymore? Keep your reviews. Do not attach them to, you know, your broker, right? Attach them to yourself. Now, mind you, you know, you want to have a conversation about that, but my suggestion is just like anything else in your world, you should control it all the time. For me, I work at UMortgage. I am never changing. I do happen to have some ownership in this company, so for me, I'm not going anywhere. But again, my idea for you guys is to protect your reviews, protect your people. My partner left 200 reviews somewhere else, right? Mind you, his name's all over those reviews, but that's still 200 reviews somewhere else. So make sure that you protect those. This is gold. This is digital gold, right? 100%. Every review matters. So when you find people that have huge reviews, individuals, you definitely want to look at that. So, all right, that is Google My Business in a nutshell. If you have been invited on here by someone that works with me directly at UMortgage, reach out to them. They'll get you a PDF for this. Or if you were invited by me, obviously, you know how to get a hold of me. I can get that to you. For those that you work here, marketing has that, and they'll work on that. But if I've got any other questions while I'm here. Okay. I think that's probably all I have, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out to me. There is my contact info right there. If you need anything at all, obviously call me. Regardless, if even if you don't work with me directly, say you work with one of my great folks that works here at UMortgage with me, you need help, just reach out. We are a community for a reason. We believe in relationships, not transactions. Our strength is our strength together. So we can help you build your business as a realtor, as a title person, whatever business you're in, that only serves to benefit us as well because we are a partnership. So don't ever hesitate to do that. So thank you, guys. Let us know if you have any more questions and reach out to us.